So we are looking at the escalation that is crossing the borders now, and particularly we are looking towards the Iraq. Even we are looking that the Yemen is also using a huge barrage of missile. Today we have seen that he has targeted the Negev area. So do you think that this conflict, this war is going to be not a Israel versus Iran, but a regional war could be imminent? Do you think that
it depends on the Iranians? Look, if they decide to attack other countries, those countries will have to decide whether to defend themselves and retaliate. Israel is not interested in a regional war. On the contrary, what we are doing right now is actually preventing a regional war. Because if we wouldn't have taken action against the Iranian nuclear capability, then the Iranians would have continued to wage wars in this region forever. Look, there is a very, very similar case in history that we have to take example from. 100 years ago, the powers of Europe had to decide whether to tackle the rising Nazi regime, Adolf Hitler. And they were so concentrated in trying to prevent war that they brought the worst war in the history of mankind with 60 million people dead. If we wouldn't have acted against the Iranians, the number of casualties that this machine of aggression that Iran, the regime is creating, would have brought death to millions of people. We've seen what they have been doing in in Syria, for example, when they're assisting the bloody Assad regime. 500,000 people were killed there. So the future of the Middle East actually would be much worse if the Iranians would be allowed to continue with the plan. So by defending itself, Israel actually is defending the region and defending the world.
Ambassador, do you think USA and European partners of Israel has done enough to deter Iran? How do you interpret the recent statement of American President Donald Trump suggesting that Iran and Israel should make a deal and will make a deal?
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, clearly, the world hasn't done enough to stop the aggression of Iran. And therefore, we had no choice, when diplomacy failed, to take action ourselves. Now, we are very grateful to the United States because it has given us the tools to defend ourselves. It is backing up. We are in complete sync with the United States. We are coordinated, and we are working together. It's up to the United States to decide whether they want to act militarily. We would like their assistance diplomatically in order to bring this conflict into an end. We think that it's possible. The time frame, I think, is depending on to what extent the Iranians are going to be left with the capability to continue attacking us with their ballistic missiles. But what we want to achieve is a situation is that Iran will be unable to build a nuclear weapon verifiably, that the powers of the world will be able to verify, the IAEA, the United States and other powers, that Iran is incapable of building a nuclear weapon.
Sir, what we see through various reports that the Iranian warmongers are claiming that Iran has attacked nuke facility of Israel and will further attack other facilities. What is your take?
Well, I think that it's very clear that if we don't stop this regime, the results will be disastrous, not only for us, but for the world. And, Israel is a country, as I told you before, that it concentrates in building itself, in building prosperity for its people. I just saw statistics before I arrived. In 1990, the GDP per capita of Iran was $10,000. Now is less than $4,000. Israel's GDP per capita in 1990 was a little bit more than 10,000. Now it's 57,000. So when you have freedom, when you have free markets, when you have entrepreneurship, when you are a democracy that is concentrated in prosperity for your people, you will succeed. But when you are concentrating in war and creating machines of aggression, that is very bad news for the Iranian people and for the region, and we hope that Iran will change course.
Ambassador Azad, that two countries are aggressively supporting Iran. One is Pakistan and another is Turkey. How do you see this alliance?
Well, I'm not sure that these are alliances. I think that when you have an alliance, then you have support that is just more than words. You have financial support, you have military support. I don't think that this is the case, okay? I think that what we are seeing now is a situation in which some countries would like to position themselves in a certain way because it fits their interest or the popularity among their people. I don't take it very seriously. I think that what we have to concentrate right now is in garnering the support of those countries that are responsible, that are interested in de-escalation, like India, for example, and engage with them in order to create a better future for the peoples of the Middle East.